Welcome back to my messy to minimal mama journey, where I have for you today another real life messy house clean, declutter, and organize with me. As you can see, under my bathroom cabinet is a hot mess. It is literally stuffed to the max, and I need to declutter it and do some serious organization. So, if you too are feeling overwhelmed and overstimulated by a mess in your home, and you're looking to declutter a space, especially in this new year, and get your home more organized, then this video is definitely for you. I'm here to bring you that real life cleaning motivation. So I want you to get up off your Giat and get it in gear so that we could declutter our home, mind, and soul together right now. Hey guys, welcome back and happy new year. I hope you are all doing well. It feels so good to be back for you and to continue on this messy to minimal journey that we started a while back. I know I have really gotten off track and I am ready to take back control of the mess in my home, and I'm here to bring you along with me. So if any of you have gotten off track, it's okay. I got your back. I'm here. We are going to clean, declutter, and organize our homes together. And yeah, I'm back. Let's do this. Okay. So I am first starting out by cleaning under my bathroom cabinet. As you can see, it is a hot mess. It is cluttered to the max, and it definitely needs to get cleaned out and organized. But before we get into this, I want to make sure that you are up right now off your Giat. Yes, I said Giat. And you are standing before a mess of your own, whether it be a cluttered cabinet like mine, or a pile of papers or junk mail, or maybe you're faced with a messy kitchen and you have some dirty dishes. Get up, go to that mess, and get started cleaning right along with me. I know it could be super satisfying to watch somebody else clean, but I'm just gonna keep it real with you. You're only gonna feel worse about yourself by the end of my video if you don't get up and get cleaning right along with me, okay? And that is what my videos are here for. I want them to serve a purpose for you. I want you to feel accomplished by the end of my videos. So make sure that you guys are up cleaning one small mess in your home right along with me. Okay. So that's what I'm here for. I'm here to bring you that real life cleaning motivation, to be a friend for you, to offer you that support. But I'm going to keep it real. At the end of the day, it takes you to get up on your feet. And it's you that has the power within to make that change in your home and clean that mess. And cleaning the messes in our home can make a huge difference on our health overall. Okay, we're not only decluttering our home, but we're also decluttering our mind and our soul here. There truly is an impact on your overall well-being whether you live in a messy and cluttered house versus a clean and organized home. And there was actually a scientific study that I've shared in the past on women and cortisol levels. And those who lived amongst a mess and clutter, their cortisol levels were higher. And that is a stress hormone, and you don't want that to be high. Before I get started on telling you how to get started, I just want to point out that these two drawers are for my kids, like all their toothbrushes, toothpaste. They get ready in here before school, before bed. And you guys, I have been surviving single motherhood for all these days. I have not even looked in these drawers. I cannot believe that there were millions of empty toothpaste tubes. What is it with kids and not throwing away garbage? So anyways, I'm going to trash all this stuff here. And yeah, these drawers were really gross and grimy. And just a disclaimer, if you come to my channel, there is going to be gross and grimy. We don't clean surfaces here. I'm all about that real life messy house. I am a single mom of 3. So yeah, we're going to have real life messes here. And so if you're new here and if you can relate, then stick around. Okay, so at this point, I have completely removed all the clutter from the space and I'm just wiping down the surface area. I am going to reuse these liners because there's absolutely nothing wrong with them. They were just a little wrinkled, but they will flatten out. And then I am going to give a good vacuum to the cabinet space as well. And then I can figure out how I'm going to set up an organization system that's going to work for me. And so if you are still sitting there feeling overwhelmed by the mess, or maybe you just feel like you're drowning in your clutter and you're having anxiety and depression and you don't know how to get started cleaning the mess, then my number one rule of thumb is always start by removing the clutter from the space. Don't even think twice about it. Just get up and start removing the stuff out of the space. Because if you're anything like me and you're an overthinker, you're going to overthink the whole process of what it takes to declutter and how much stuff is there. And then, how you have to organize it later and what are you going to do with it. And then that just becomes super overwhelming to the point where then it's going to cause procrastination. And I've spoken about perfectionism, procrastination in one of my past videos. I'll actually link it here. But seriously, you guys, I have struggled with it all. So I know what that can be like. And then it just gets to the point where you just walk away and you're like, oh, I'll just clean it later. So my best advice is just go dive right in and start removing the stuff out of the space. That momentum's going to kick in, which is going to cause that internal motivation to keep you going. And then the second thing is you're going to gain clarity. Once the space is cleared out, you're going to actually feel like a weight lifted off your shoulders, and you're going to be able to visualize what type of organization system you can come up with that works for you. And I don't know about you guys, but that within itself is internally motivating to me because I love organizing and having like organization systems in my home. It's just getting through the decluttering that is challenging. So go right now and just stop thinking about the mess and just go remove the clutter from the space. And I promise that cleaning vibe is going to kick in and you're going to want to keep going. And then you could finally get to the fun stuff like organizing. And also remind yourself at this point, once all the clutter is removed and you're looking at the clear space, remind yourself that you are making progress. Like you're doing it. You're making that change. You are beating your anxiety and depression when you are cleaning the mess. That has like been my motto. I always tell myself that like if I get up and clean this mess, I'm beating my anxiety and depression and I'm winning the battle, the struggle. So feel good about yourself at this point, once you've removed everything. And then, like I said, you're going to move on to the fun stuff. So as you could see, I'm working at my kitchen table and look at all the stuff. Did you guys see all the stuff that came out of my cabinet? Like, it's crazy how we can accumulate so much clutter in these small spaces. I mean, my cabinet is like a quarter of the size of my kitchen table. So I don't even know. It's just crazy how clutter accumulates. But if you also are working in a small space, like my powder room is the smallest space in my house, then just take all the clutter to a bigger open space. So in this case, I am using my kitchen table, but if you want to use a floor in a front room or family room, whatever works for you, or the next room over from the smaller room that you can't organize in. Because as you can see, I need to spread everything out, and I am actually grouping all like items into different categories. So I decided to put the like tooth care in one pile, the hair care, then makeup, and then nail care, and then like any type of just skincare moisturizers and stuff like that, or face washes and things like that. Just categorize it the way you would like to organize it. Because then what I'm going to end up doing is containing all the different groups into their own container, which I still don't know how I'm going to contain the items. I have like a ton of organization bins because if you know, you've been around a while, you know that I am like obsessed with organization bins and organization tools. So yeah, I have a lot of choices. So I'm still kind of like, honestly, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed at this point because I'm like, well, how am I going to organize it? What am I going to do? But again, I just shut those thoughts off and I just keep moving. And I just redirect my brain and say, nope, Laura, just keep grouping the different categories and then you can move on to the next step when we get there, Stop yourself if you start overthinking and feeling overwhelmed. Also, I highly recommend taking breaks. I did pause the video quite a few times to go just get a water break, go eat a snack, and just step outside even and get some fresh air for a minute, because it does get very overwhelming when you're decluttering because you're constantly seeing all the stuff and it's like, oh my gosh, I have so much stuff still. But in this case, these are items that I am going to use. And I will tell you, I've like came across so many brand new items that I completely forgot that I had. They were just lost in the clutter under that cabinet. So it's kind of like Christmas and it's exciting. So let that motivate you to declutter a space, specifically like in cabinets, because you're going to find some cool stuff that you forgot about. Trust me, you will. And also, I'm super excited about the organization system that I'm going to be setting up because I know that it's just going to help my daily function go a lot smoother. Because I can't tell you like how frustrating every day has been trying to find different products and stumble over the products that I've been using because I would just keep those specific items right in the front. But every time I'd go grab something, then a couple of the ones in the front would fall out of the cabinet. I'd have to pick it back up and I'd get frustrated. So it's just super frustrating when you have messy, cluttered spaces. So we need to get organized. As moms, especially, we really need to reserve our energy and patience in a day so that we can have that patience for our children and that time and energy to put into our children. Because at the end of the day, being a mom is like the number one priority, and it should be. So, having a well-functioning home that's organized and creates like systems that help your days go smoother with less frustration and stress is going to help you be a better mother. So that's my goal here with the messy to minimal mama journey. It's because like I no longer want to feel so overwhelmed in my house to the point where like I snap at my kids. I'll just start feeling like really weighed down and heavy when I'm in the house if things are messy around me, because the clutter really does make you feel overstimulated and overwhelmed to the point where like you can't even take in anything else. So I am guilty of that as a mom, and you know what? It's fine. Like, I know that I'm not alone here, but still, I truly want to get better at that. I want to become a better mother. I want to have more patience. I want to have more time, more energy to put into, my kids, myself, doing things that I enjoy in life. And honestly, like the clutter and the mess, it only weighs us down, and it truly does affect our mothering and our patience levels, and it sucks our time and energy, because the more stuff you have, the more time you put into managing it and just even overthinking it, and it's, mentally draining, and then it's physically draining when you have to take the time to declutter like I am here. And so I wholeheartedly believe that minimalism is going to help improve all the areas of my life, including motherhood. And that is what my messy to minimal mama journey is all about. I just want to feel less stress and less anxiety, less depression. And so by having less stuff, less clutter, less mess, we're going to feel good overall. And we'll, again, have that patience and time and energy to put towards the things that really do make us happy. I'm just going to be better with less stuff and creating better organization systems in my home that help myself and my kids function every day. That is my motivation to keep going and to just keep clearing the clutter from my home. So in my messy to minimal mama journey, that is the main goal here. So really hope at this point you guys have gotten up and you started to remove that clutter, because I promise you the momentum's gonna kick in. You're gonna gain that clarity. Let the clear space remind you, like I said, that you've made progress, and now you get to move on to the fun stuff, which is creating that organizational system that works for you. It's like anything, like every good story starts with a blank sheet of paper, right? Or every good painting starts with a blank canvas. So look at your clear spaces as like blank canvases to create whatever beautiful organizational system you want. Now, when it comes to organization, you have many options for this. So in my case, I already had these storage containers because if you know, and you've been around, then you already know I have an obsession with storage and organizational items. So back when I first started this messy to minimal journey, I did splurge and buy a lot of the organizational storage containers and things like that. So I really had a lot of options to choose from. And honestly, at this point in the video, I had to pause the video and just take a step back and really think about where and how I wanted to store these items. So you're going to probably have to do that as well. So, don't feel bad at this point if you're kind of confused and getting overwhelmed by like how you're going to create an organization system. Like, don't do that. Just remember, regain your focus, redirect your mind. And like, this is the fun part. Remember, this is like exciting. You get to create whatever system is going to work for you and your family. So just to give you guys some ideas and like where my mindset is at when it comes to organization, my goals in organization are always functionality, easy and quick access to the item, and then utilizing vertical space to prevent using up a lot of space within the space, because I want to make sure that it doesn't look cluttered when it's organized. Most importantly, you have to look at where you are organizing, what space you're organizing. And in my case, it was under the bathroom cabinet. So for functionality, it just made more sense for me to choose plastic storage containers because I wanted to prevent like any glass breakage. And a lot of my beauty products come in glass bottles. So I did not want to store glass on top of glass. So just to prevent the risk of that, I went with plastic containers. It just made more sense to go that route. Now, when it comes to easy and quick access, I figured using the clear storage containers makes the most sense because then I can easily locate the item opposed to like fumbling through containers and, looking through many different containers to find that item. I just want it to prevent frustration, stress, and save time. So using clear storage containers is a good way to help with that. And then lastly, like being able to make sure I don't use up a lot of space just by storing the items themselves. So being able to use storage containers that were stackable so that I can utilize the vertical space within the space helps to free up space in general. Here you will see I ended up using mostly the Dollar Tree storage containers. And so that's another point I want to make is that you don't have to spend a penny to come up with a beautiful and functional storage organizational system. You can actually reuse certain containers that you already have in your home, whether it be like food containers, like the Glad containers or Ziploc bags, or even like storage containers that, you have store-bought food in. If you want to reuse those, I've actually done that in a past video when I organized my pantry. So there are ways to do it without spending any money at all. But yeah, so you can go that route, or you can splurge and you can go buy those fancy storage containers that are glass with the wooden lids and things like that. I do have some of those as well, but aesthetically, like that was not one of my goals because again, it's going to be stored under a cabinet. And so like those type of pieces I feel are more for like open shelving where you're going to actually see the storage, because then you want it to be like more appeasing to the eye. So when it comes to storing, you have to look at the space you are organizing in, whether it's open or closed, and just what is going to work best for you and your family. So those are just some things that I look at when I'm organizing. So hopefully that helps you to kind of get a plan of action for yourself if you're stuck right now or feeling confused on which way to go. Just use whatever works best for you that's within your budget, and that's going to help, you and your family function every day in a more stress-free and timely manner. So yeah, that's the main goal for organizing. But I'm really excited the way this all turned out. So definitely keep watching through to the end because I don't want you guys to miss the end result. And then maybe you can just see what I came up with, and then that will help guide you to some ideas for your organization system as well. With that being said, there's been so many chapters in my life, but at this point, I'm basically surviving single motherhood. Part of my journey being here on YouTube now, it is going to include that here on my channel because I really want to reach out to all the other single moms out there who are really literally like surviving the motherhood. I've always said that motherhood is one of the toughest hoods we will ever live in. But let me tell you, single motherhood is by far 1,000 times more stressful, anxiety ridden, fearful, exhausting. The list goes on and on. And so I want to be here to bring that inspiration to other single mothers out there who feel hopeless or alone or fearful that they're not going to make it. I am living proof. I am still standing, breathing, surviving the motherhood and doing it solo. I'm riding this ship solo, solo provider, solo caretaker, and thankfully, with the help of some family members, I have gotten this far. And if I can do it, you can do it. So I want to extend that part of my life here on my channel, but also respecting the privacy of my children and myself, because all the other details don't matter. But I'm here to share with, all of you just what it's like to be a single mom. There's good and bad in everything. But yeah, I want to reach out to those other single mothers here because you can do it. You can do this. If I am doing this, you can do this. And of course, I'm still going to be bringing you guys the real life clean and motivation. And we're going to continue on the messy to minimal journey because I wholeheartedly believe that minimalism is the key to being a better mother and just a better person in general, because living with less mess is going to result in less stress. So less mess, less stress, right? Let's just live with that in our mind. So if you're a single mother and you've come across my channel, I really hope that I have offered you something valuable here. And if you can relate to my content and you want to hang out with me and clean house with me, and maybe if you're a stay-at-home mom and you're feeling lonely or depressed and unmotivated to clean your house, I'm here for you as well. And just about anybody who is needing that real life clean and motivation to clean their house while living with anxiety and depression, and also share in the struggles and all the triumphs of surviving single motherhood. So that is what my channel is all about, and I am so happy to be back here. I really needed to take that time to myself. I had every intention of returning. I really wanted to do this a lot sooner, but time and energy would not allow me to be able to produce content for you guys. It is what it is. I just needed to take that time to myself, and it's okay. You know what? We have to put our mental health and our physical health first before we can help anybody else. But I'm so happy to be back here for you, and it's super fun creating content again. It feels good to be taking back control of the mess in my home again, and just being here to hang out with you guys and communicate. So definitely leave me a comment because I'm going to be connecting with you guys in the comment section. And if you're new here, introduce yourself. And so, yeah, at this point in the video, I am confident that you were able to clean, declutter, and organize a mess in your home. And I want to hear all about it. So whatever it is, even if you were able to just sort through some paperwork or you did that load of dishes, just let me know in the comments. I'm so happy to know that you are accomplishing stuff and taking back control of the mess in your home as well. So please let me know. Okay, so at this point, everything's been placed in a storage container and put back under the cabinet. So I'll be showing you that in a minute. Here I have my makeup bags and some travel cases. But as you can see, they're pretty grimy and dirty, so they need a good little scrub down, and then I can store them for future use and just put that away in the bathroom upstairs. Here is the top part of a storage system that my daughter has upstairs, so I'm going to give her that. These are the brushes. I have to wash those with the little brush scrubber there, and then I will end up storing those in a container. And then here's some extra deodorant, and then I have some first aid stuff over here. And yeah, I'm just gonna end up putting all this stuff in the bathroom upstairs because I already have like designated storage containers for these type of items. And then this is gonna go with my hair dyeing supply that I have upstairs. Everything just needs to go back upstairs. And then I didn't even use any of these containers here, so I'll just put those away for future projects. So stay tuned, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. And then here you see this is just a pile of trash that I accumulated after just taking out all the new items that I found under the cabinet. And then here I have some extra storage now that I can use probably in my son's room. I'm going to be doing the kids' room makeovers also because it just needs to be done. Organization needs to happen in the room, and they're forever growing and changing, so that needs to be done. So stay tuned for that video. So now we have the final results. Drum roll. Ah, you guys, look at this. I mean, just look at this organization and look at all the space. It's like, oh my gosh, I could like fit my whole body in there if I wanted to. I'm just super excited. So these are actually Dollar Tree storage containers. And yeah, they have the lids on them, so they were stackable and they're clear, so I could see all the items there that I need. And then here, these little turntable thingies. I don't even know what these are called, but these are so cool because they rotate and I can get to the items easily and see what's there. That's just a little case for my 5-piece curling set, so I'm just gonna tuck that back there because I don't always use all the parts. And then cotton balls in that container. And then here is my shower caddy, so I just want to keep my stuff down here in here because I actually have to hide it from my daughter because she will like overuse my products, and my products are not cheap, okay? And I tried sharing with her in the past, but like she'll use half a bottle of shampoo for one washing. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. So we need our own caddies, and mama needs to tuck her stuff away. So yeah, I'm excited because I'm all organized and ready for that. And then back here is just some emergency candle and matches. I like to always keep a candle with matches underneath my sinks in case like the power goes out. We have one in every space, and then extra hand soap. And then again, these storage containers. Oh, and these over here, these are my favorite from Dollar Tree. They only had a couple, and I'm telling you, if I see more of these, I am going to pick them up. But look at how much stuff that fits into them, and they're so cute, and they take up like the most minimal amount of space. I love it. And then here I have another one of those rotating containers or whatever you call them, and I just use them for like my face products and my toothbrush and stuff. And I ended up using one of those little fancy glass jars for my powder puff things for astringent. So it all worked out, and I am just so pleased with the results. You guys, I highly encourage you to go clean, declutter, and organize a space in your home. You're going to feel so much better about yourself, and it's going to help your days go much smoother. And oh yeah, I almost forgot about these drawers. So I ended up organizing all of the travel products because we have a lot of sleepovers. Well, my daughter has sleepovers with her friends, so they're always forgetting a toothbrush. So I like to stock up on this stuff from the Dollar Tree. And yeah, it's just is perfect having it in here. And then I did scrub the drawer down. I wanted to show you guys, like, I did clean the surface. It was pretty gross. And then in the other drawer, I ended up putting the extra toothbrushes, and then the flossers, and then the garbage bags for this bathroom. And yeah, these little containers, these were from Five Below. I got these a while back. They're like a little skinnier than the typical size. They fit perfect in this drawer, so it worked out good. But before I go, we just have to have one final look at the results. You guys, this turned out better than I ever expected. I truly hope that my video encouraged and motivated you to clean, declutter, and organize a space in your home, because I know you're feeling just as good as I am right now if you did get up and clean right along with me. Let me know in the comments below. And if you know anyone that can benefit from this video, please share and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss my next upload. Till then, stay mighty and God bless.
You have to be your biggest fan. And when things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that. Because you don't know who you're going to be, who you're going to be, who you're going to be.